or the one person that is out there. Hi, 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 hi. Welcome to Quick Draw, another Wednesday afternoon with Raven. So I'm going to do something a little different this week as opposed to last week. I'm gonna start with the Oracle deck. I'm using the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed, and then I'm going to also turn to the tarot. A little different this week as opposed to last week. I'm actually gonna. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So overall energy is the mountain coming up reverse. So this is about meeting our accomplishments, I feel, this week for the collective energy. So yeah, keep on trucking. Those mountains sometimes are hard to climb, but I think if you keep on going, you will find success. All right. So I feel as if just seeing that card of the mountain come up reverse is just to remind us all to never give up. All right, I see some people starting to come into the chat. So, hi everyone, welcome, welcome. All right, let's start with our Aries, shall we? All right, 110. I'm going to try to keep tabs on this. 110. Let's begin with our Aries. Let's see. Hi, Hannah. Thanks for being such a big fan. I really appreciate you coming in, sticking around. What sign are you, Hannah? See what's going on. Oh, so we're gonna read for. Oh, I got chills. Let's see what's going on for my Aries. Oh, she's a Gemini. Gemini. All right, I'll kind of keep you in the back of my mind when I'm reading Gemini and see if I can pull a message out for you. All right, Hannah. All right, let's see what's going on for my Aries. Aries, we have the compass coming out. So I feel as if you are really needing to point yourself in the direction of your true north. Ooh, a whole string of cards. I don't know if I want to take all of those. But this compass card coming out for you, Aries, I feel as if, it's an indicator of, are you on the right track? Are you going in the right direction? Are you doing things true to you? So this card is really asking you, Aries, to kind of really hone in on the direction that you want yourself to go in. Now remember, we saw the mountain card come up first, so this is about our accomplishments and the direction of our lives that we want to take. So this is just a reminder, Aries, that you got to stay on track regardless. But I want to pull some tarot, and I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Sarah Marchetti, one of my favorite decks. And let's see, what does this mean, this compass, for all of my Aries out there? So the Moon card. All right. So this is about staying on your path, on your direction. So in the Rider-Waite Tarot, we see that there is, this creature coming out. It's usually a lobster. Here we have a crab. You may be dealing with a Cancer. Maybe you have some strong Cancer in your chart. Doesn't mean anything, right? But the message here is about not straying from your path. And the moon card almost illuminates the way for you to go. So I feel as if your intuition, the moon, is really asking you to really pay attention to the direction that you are moving in. Is this really for your highest good? Are you really going in a direction that is serving you, not someone else? Where is your intention going? What is it that you are truly after? So I'm feeling like the moon card is your intuition talking, Aries, and really trying to guide you into the direction you want to go, because your final outcome will be that of the star. So stay on track, Aries. Don't lose your focus. Keep going. That mountain is really pushing you to see the final outcome of the accomplishments you are really setting up for yourself. So good reading for you, Aries. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Let's move on to our Taurus and see what's going on in the world of Taurus. So returning again. Oops, I got to write it down, right? If I don't keep track, then it's a problem later on. All right, so let's see what's going on for all my Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What's going on for my Taurus? Taurus, why is it so hard to shuffle these cards? What's going on? Something I feel you are trying to force to happen. Because usually, I don't have a problem shuffling my cards. So I feel like there's something up with you. So let's see what it is the Oracle deck wants to say to you. And this card came flying out. So here we have Dry Desert, but it came up reversed. So again, I feel as if you know, for you, if you feel like money's been an issue, or, you know, the direction that you've been going in has been a little bit stagnant, when the dry desert comes up, I feel as if it's time for you to go find water, right? So you need to go in a direction that of life, you know, because water is our life source. So I feel as if this card is indicating, like, are you really living life to the fullest? Are you really enjoying yourself? Are you really putting yourself out there? So I feel like dry desert is really wanting you, you know, to go out and experience life to its fullest. You know, and a lot of times it's very easy for us to get up, go to work, come home, and settle into our nighttime routine. You know, but if you are being invited out, go enjoy yourself. You know, shake up your routine a little bit. It'd be very good for you. You know, because you're a fixed sign, and you know, Tauruses, they really like the chair that they sit in at night, right? All right, let's see what the tarot has to say for you. So here we have the Judgment card coming up reversed. All right, Taurus, so, you know, you put these two cards together, and it's almost as if, you know, you need to give yourself another chance. You need to really put yourself out there. When the Judgment card reversed comes up, it's almost as if, you know, you kind of hold yourself back a little bit, you know, because maybe you got burned in the past, or maybe you have some insecurities here, or, you know, maybe, you know, you just have a lot of social anxiety. You know, but I am feeling that, you know, that is not serving you. You know, out comes the Five of Swords reverse. So, you know, Taurus, I really got to tell you, you know, you've got to quit fighting against what the universe wants to give you. You know, so if the universe says, Taurus, it's time to change, and you say, no, universe, I'm not going to change, then you're going to find that yourself is that you're getting a little bit caught up, you know, in an energy of stagnation. So I'm feeling really strongly, Taurus, that, you know, you need to find a new direction, a new spirit. You know, here we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. Maybe this is it. Maybe you're not happy in your job. Maybe you're not happy with what you do. Maybe there is something that you know you would love to do, but you're not doing it. Why? Because of your own insecurities. So I'm feeling like it's time for you to kind of, you know, pick yourself up and give yourself another chance, Taurus, and give yourself a shot. You know, if something doesn't work out the first time, that doesn't mean it's done, dead, and over with. Sometimes things don't work out the first time because you don't have all the pieces together. And now I feel as if there is something that you've been wanting to initiate in a direction that, you know, could really add a lot of life source to your life, then go for it. All right, Taurus? It is really time for you to jump into what it is that will give you that sense of life again. All right? So that's what I got for you, Taurus. So let's move on to my Geminis. And I've got a Gemini in the house, Hannah. So let's see what energy we can pull up for our Geminis and Hannah as well. So let's see, what time do we have here? We have 8:12. All right, are you ready, Hannah? Oh, and we have Metamorphosis. Oh, I like this. So I feel as if you're growing and changing in some way. And a lot of times when the Metamorphosis card comes up, you know, this is about transformation. This is about you kind of renewing yourself, you know, almost as if you are, you know, coming into an identity that's all yours. You know, so I love this Metamorphosis because this is you growing into you. So I love that you are growing into who you really are. Now, there's also the number 25 up here, and I'm picking up a very spiritual energy. So, you know, some of you may be actually experiencing a spiritual awakening, and that's not easy, all right? A spiritual awakening can bring up a lot of things that are put right in front of your face you've got to deal with. And here we have these two flamingos, and they're facing each other. So you might find yourself in situations that tend to mirror you, you know, and sometimes these mirrors are not all what we want to see. But it's really necessary to really look in the mirror with no masks, right? So let's see what is going on for our Gemini according to the tarot. Grateful, thankful for all of you. Yeah, transformation is huge for the Gemini camp this week. You know, so I think this is really good. And here we have a card that's really kind of suggesting we are moving out of an energy that has been really holding us back, been really a bit turbulent, and now we're starting to move into a direction that is more in line with our higher self. You know, so this is a big transformation that's taken you out of a place that has been really heavy and mentally challenging and maybe even debilitating at some point. And I feel as if you are moving towards something much better. Now, you are coming out here as the Queen of Wands reversed. So, you know, I want you to really believe it. You know, and what I mean by that is that when we start to change, you know, we question, oh my God, am I going nuts? Am I crazy? You know, is this really is this really what I want to do? What am I really doing? And here, this queen, she's reversed. You know, so I feel as if there's a lot of comparing yourself to other people. If we turn this queen around, you are the most charismatic, most charming. You're the kind of person that, you know, people just can't believe the kind of creativity you are. They want to be like you, you know. So all these people see you in a really, really great light, Gemini. It's time for you to really look at you now in that same light. All right, so don't second guess yourself. Don't compare yourself. You know, you are changing and you are changing into the real you. So embrace it because I really see you going in a good direction. All right, so trust the direction of your life that's going. Some things may be a little upsetting. You may be finding things are falling away. It's kind of like that tower moment. A lot of things had to go so that the real you could emerge. So I like that energy for you, Gemini. Really, really great. All right, moving on. We're going to see what's going on with all my Cancers and what's happening with all my Cancers at this time. 11:40. 11:40. All right. Cancer, what's going on for all my Cancers here? Oh, we're looking at the Oracle. What's going on? Oh, this one wants you. Slow and steady goes the ship. So notice here that this woman, she's like a snail. So life may have been moving at a snail's pace. But you know, I gotta go back to the first card that came out for the collective, which was the Mountain reversed. This is about really making it to the final end. You know, if you build a house on unstable ground, you will have an unstable house. If you build a house slowly, with intention, with real, you know, foundation set in place that can really stand the test of time, then things have a more lasting effect. And I feel like, you know, you're moving in a direction, even though it feels as if it's going very, very slow, it's solid, you know, and this is how you are going to meet your accomplishments, Cancer. So I love that slow and steady goes the ship comes up for you. So now let's see what the tarot has to say in regards to this oracle card for you. Grateful, thankful to all of you tuning in. Throw up a like button right there. Yep, that really helps me out. All right, let's see what is going on for my Cancers at this time. Grateful, thankful to all my Cancers. What's going on from, oh, Cancer. Whoa. So we have some cards coming out. All right, and I just want to say quickly, because the first thing that came to mind when I saw these cards was, you know, just because you come into money doesn't mean you got to spend it all. All right. And I say that because I feel as if the Eight of Swords comes in, drops something in your lap that really relieves some kind of anxiety that you have been feeling. And it sure makes you feel good because now we have the Six of Wands. Wow, you know, I won. So it's almost like the energy of winning the jackpot. You know, so for some of you, you know, if you do gamble or you do, you know, play the lottery, you know, you may actually win, Cancer. You know, so I'm feeling like you may come into some kind of money. Now, the danger here comes up with this Nine of Pentacles. Because when the Nine of Pentacles comes up reverse, I want to say, keep your hands in your pockets, Cancer, because, you know, you can spend and spend and spend and then find that you've lost all your money. So just a big word of caution there that, you know, if you decide you want to spend some of this money that just kind of landed in your lap, and this could be in any form, you know, you may inherit money, you might get a bonus, you might win the lottery. I don't know how you're going to get this money, but I just feel as if, you know, it's like you breathe a sigh of relief because, wow, you know, now I can do this and I can go get this. But again, let's remember slow and steady goes the ship. So, your ship is still moving. We're still going slow. So, like I said, don't spend your money before it's time. All right, and one last card we have here is the Five of Cups coming up reverse for you, Cancer. So, I feel like life is changing for you. And it's moving in a direction that is really going to take care of you. So, yeah, you've been pretty depressed because the Five of Cups usually talks about, just really feeling down and out and, just disappointed in some of the things that life may have dealt you. But now that it's reversed, I think there's a lightness that's really coming towards you. So yeah, the heaviness I feel is lifting from you, Cancer. And you're really headed in a good direction. And like I said, it's a direction that has some real foundation set in it. So it will last the test of time. So great reading for you, Cancer. I like it. Just don't go shopping. Maybe not this week. This might be the week that you don't go shopping and, you do some home chores. But then you might decide you need to like update your house. So just watch your spending this weekend, all right? So let's move on to my Leos. Leos, where are we? 1558, 1558. All right, Leo, what's going on for all my Leos? Grateful, thankful for the messages from my Leo. And today, you got two. You have Ride the Wave, and then we have Spirit of Palace, Spirit of Place, Spirit of Place. So, here, Ride the Wave. See, this is where I'm starting to feel as if emotionally, you might be questioning what's going on around you, because this Spirit of Place, this is about, really being in tune with your inner self and, your faith, your belief, whatever it is. If you believe in Jesus, God, Allah, whatever, I really feel as if, you are trying to hang on to this mustard seed of faith that you've got. And that's all it takes is just that mustard seed, all right? So hang in there, okay? If you are a Leo and you are feeling as if, you just don't know if you can keep going because you're just tired, you're exhausted, you're mentally stressed, because I'm picking up all of this from you. Just hang in there, all right? Spirit's got your back. If you were to sit here and just lean back a little bit, that's how close Spirit is to having your back. Right there, the hand of God is always by your back. All right, so ride this wave. Emotionally, I am seeing an energy of a lot of upset, Leo. So, yeah, just always know you're not alone, all right? You are not alone. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, your universe. What messages do you have for my Leos out there? Grateful, thankful to all my Leos. So, yeah, I think even when it comes to a relationship, you're struggling a little bit, but hang in there. Hang in there. All right, the Chariot comes up reversed. All right, so, don't go, I want to say, don't go making big decisions that you're going to regret later on, because emotionally, I don't feel like you are in a good place, Leo, to make some decisions, So if you have been contemplating whether or not, you want to break up with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, right? Don't do it this week. Just wait, because, I don't know whether or not, you really have the true capacity to really understand the whole picture. So yeah, I think this is a place where you need to kind of pull back and really start from ground zero and then look ahead at to all the things that have happened. So this is a good weekend. Leo, for you to kind of just stay at home, and kind of pull yourself together and get things back in order. Whether, you've let your house go, get it back in order. Maybe, your closet's a disaster, get that back in order. Maybe you want to sit down and kind of really look at, the reality of your finances, get that back in order. So I feel as if, the energies that right now are trying to get you focused. And they're trying to get you focused so that you can restore this faith and not just feel like you just gotta like ride the wave of emotions that you have. It's about being proactive toward that seem to bring you emotionally down, spiritually down, physically weighted down. So I am sensing that there is a real good energy for you this weekend to kind of clear things up. So, rather than trying to find ways to keep yourself occupied, stay home, and just kind of put your life back in order. All right. So I feel like that was really your message, Leo. Put your life back in order, so that you can restore that faith. All right. So that's what I got for you, Leo. I hope that resonated with someone. I've been in that place, where you just wonder, like, is this ever going to end? Am I ever going to see that, the universe hasn't forgotten me? Because it's a little bit of that energy that I'm feeling with you, Leo. Like, the universe might have forgotten about you. It has not. What it wants you to do is to just focus. And whenever people that I work with, suffer from a lot of anxiety, I always give them this exercise and I say, where is your feet? Where are your feet? Where is your feet? Where are your feet? Are your feet grounded? Can you feel the earth under your feet? Or where are you? And the moment you tell someone to find your feet, all of a sudden you see they look down. And the awareness now has left whatever it was they were thinking about, and their focus is on their feet. It's kind of funny, but it works. So if you feel emotionally ungrounded and life is really taking you for a ride, find your feet, all right? All right, let's move on to my Virgos. Virgos, what's going on with you? What is happening for all my Virgos? Virgo. Grateful, thankful to each and every one of you tuning in. Thanks for being a part of my channel. Really appreciate you all. All right, Virgo. What's happening, Virgo? We're going to see what the Oracle has to say. Oh, Virgo. Your cards. Oh, we got 2 cards coming out. Virgo, you also have Ride the Wave and Strength. All right? So I feel as if, this is an energy of really kind of trusting that you have the strength and courage to get through a situation that I think could be a little bit rocky. When we have to ride the wave, it's because if we try to go against an energy, we could find ourselves really up against a wall. But this is telling me that you have the strength to get through a situation. Whatever this situation is, you're going to get through it, all right? So don't lose hope. You, like Leo, need to really kind of stay grounded and find your feet. And if you didn't hear the Leo reading, maybe you need to go back and listen to that one. But let's see what's going on for you, Virgo, all right? Grateful, thankful for the messages for all my Virgos. Virgo, what's going on for my Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What's going on for my Virgos? So here we have the Ace of Swords reversed. So, this is a situation you are dealing with where, you question somebody's integrity. We'll put it that way, all right? Because, you're dealing with an energy of someone who you wonder whether or not, where are they really coming from? What is their real intentions towards you? So I feel as if this is one of these weekends where you've sat back a long time and, you've seen how an energy has played itself out and it has not made you very happy. So now, I feel like you're back in the same kind of energy that has really taken you for a ride. And now it's time for you to really kind of get a grip on it. And this time, I think you do have the ability to do it. Do you have the courage? I know you have the strength. Do you have the courage to really stand up and say that what's really going on, Virgo? Because I feel like you're not speaking up about a situation that needs to be spoken. All right. And it could be around, the house, responsibilities, whatever it is. I feel like this energy is really asking you to not hold back and just kind of see how things are going to happen, but to step up to the plate and grab some control, because with control, you will be able to maneuver the situation so that, you're no longer feeling like you're drowning in this situation, but now that you really got a grip on how this is going to play out. Because, you end up as the King of Pentacles. So I feel like by you grabbing the reins and taking control of a situation, it puts things right. You know, you go from the knight to the king. It's just like all of a sudden there's this immense growth that happens between you and the situation, and now you can actually like breathe a little bit. So yeah, you have what it takes to get through this situation, but it's going to require you to really speak up. Whatever you need to speak up about, Virgo, this is the weekend to speak up about. All right, so that's what I've got for you. So now let's turn our attentions to Libra. What's going on to all my Libras? Grateful, thankful to each one of you. Libra, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, Libra. What's going on for my Libras? Libras. What's going on for all my Libras? Dear Oracle. Oh, that card wanted to come. Let's see. Here we go. So we have us, the Magic Stream. So, you know, I love this magic stream because to me it's abundance. It's about, you know, this energy just really flowing. The magic stream, whatever it is that you need to happen, I feel like the stream's going to bring it down to you. You know, so if you were in a cycle that was pretty rough, maybe, you know, you were hitting a lot of walls, I'm feeling like this magic stream has almost kind of opened up the floodgates to help you out, you know, because it's magic, you know. So you might start to see that life starts to have, you know, a lighter tone to it. You know, and if life has been a little bit heavy, yeah, to have this release of a lighter tone would be really great. And I say that because it's the number 18 here. So I know you're ending something here because nines bring endings, you know. So the fact that this magic stream is showing up, it's almost as if, you know, the end is near, you know, which I'm feeling a sense of relief that the end is near. So let's see what that's all about. The first card out is the Five of Wands. So, you know, I feel as if you've been getting yourself ready for this, all right? So, yeah, and then we have the Lover's card. Oh, I like it. So I feel the tide's turning, you know, because when the Five of Wands comes up, it's a change, all right? It's a number 5. And, you know, here we see people kind of sparring with each other and really practicing. And I think, you know, you got to a place where, you know, you're starting to see things are feeling good. And, you know, it's like a domino effect because it's starting to really kind of trickle down in all parts of your life. So, you know, you've done the work. You've been practicing. You've been doing what you need to do. You know that you can compete with those people around you, you know. So I really love this energy for you. So that's one message. Now, I do have a second message for you, Libra, and it has to do with your person. All right. So I feel like, you know, there's this real shift of energy that wants to kind of come forward, but you're dealing with a situation with somebody. And this is the person who you are connected with, all right? And we have the Page of Wands coming up here reversed to the Lovers. So, you know, I'm wondering whether you are dealing with somebody who has made it a bit difficult for you to really kind of advance yourself or to move forward, you know, because I'm sensing that this energy of this person, you know, you've got to have some real honesty between the two of you. And I question whether or not you've been dealing with somebody who has been really honest with you. All right. And I feel like now you're at a point because this 5 is telling me, you know, this isn't the first time this has happened. You've been down this road with this person before. And I don't mean to take this reading in another direction, but I'm really getting the sense that I got to tell you something about your person. And I think it's time, if you guys are going to maybe try to pick up and do something, start something new with each other, make sure that everything is really clear, you know, because this ace wants to make sure that we are on the same page. Because if not, you know, a lot of anger could erupt. And I don't know why I want to say anger could erupt, because I feel as if, you know, you've been down this road with this person before and you're finally at a place where we could probably, you know, really sigh a breath of relief in this situation, but not if they're holding back. And I get a sense that whoever you're dealing with, Libra, could be a little bit, I hate to say this, but immature, you know, in some of their thoughts about how to move forward. But, I feel like, you've got this, and, let them follow your lead. Don't follow theirs, I guess is my final answer to that, So, yeah, you've got this magic stream, all right? Don't follow somebody who you can't. All right, let them follow you, because if you're, it's like trying to follow the blind person here. So, this is a person who I think you really, really love. But at the same token, I think you have to, like, kind of step in front, wear the pants, so to speak, right? Just so that you guys can get on track. Because, Libra, I'm feeling there's a lot of imbalance between you and this situation. And now we have the Four of Swords reversed. So if you don't want to go into this with an unsettled energy, then let's get everything really clear and to the point, because, if we're going to do this, it has to be this way. It can't be your way. It has to be this way in order for it to work. So what a crazy message. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that resonated. If it did, great. If it didn't, I'm sorry. There'll be more readings, all right? So let's move on to my Scorpios, all right? And see what's going on with all my Scorpios. Okay. And I forgot to take the time for all, write it down, but we'll figure it out, right? All right, what's going on for all my Scorpios? Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What's going on for my Scorpios at this time? Grateful, thankful to all my Scorpios. All right, Scorpio, you ready? Oh, that card quickly came out. The Balancing Act. This reminds me of the energy of the Two of Pentacles. Because when we're doing the Balancing Act, we may have overextended ourselves. Maybe we have promised to, be over here when we're supposed to be over here, and we can't get there in time, and, you don't know how you're going to get there. And I'm just feeling all this stress because I feel like you've overextended yourself. All right, so you're just trying to make it all work. Take a breath. Because, when we're trying to make everything balanced, there is that one variable that something could come through and really come crashing down and throw it all off and knock everything off balance. So just be careful, Scorpio, if you find yourself like really promising to do something that you're not really sure you can. Better to say, oh, I don't know if I'm available, and it's okay to say no. All right, Scorpio, here we do have the Star card wanting to really come out and talk to you. So Scorpio, if there has been something you have been really hoping for, wishing for, really wanting to come through, I feel like it is, all right? So that's a lovely energy, because I feel like that's a bright star to begin our week, all right? Or weekend, rather. So let's see, what else do we have? Two of Swords. But in order for this to happen, you're going to have to make a decision. And a lot of times when the Two of Swords comes up, we kind of put on this facade, like everything is okay, right? Everything's going really, really good, but remember, you're this balancing act, and if that flips over, you can't pretend anymore, right? So I feel like there's a situation that needs to get resolved in your life, all right? And it's going to require, like the swords, they cut things, they cut things out, it's a mental energy. I'm feeling like, in order for you to like have this wish and this hope and desire, it's going to require you to stop something, to cut something out, to make a decision that you're resisting making, because you don't want to hurt someone else's feelings, you don't know if it's the right decision, but the decision really wants to be made here, and here with this Balancing Act, I think Scorpio, you just can't continue like this. You're going to have to make a decision at some point, because you cannot keep going, at this pace. You cannot keep working 5 jobs, and think that, the family's okay while you're out working 5 jobs. You get what I'm saying? So something's got to give here. And it's time to take off the blindfold and really see what it is you need to do. And you already know. You know what you need to do. It's having the courage to do it. But I promise you, if you make this cut, make this decision, you will find more happiness. You'll start to get hopeful again. Things will feel better because you're hanging on to something that does not want to be hung on to. All right, so that's what I have for you, Scorpio. All right, so I hope that resonated with someone. So let's turn to our the top, like, great. What this has to say for the upcoming weekend, because really. All right, let's see what's going on for all my Saggies, all right? Grateful, thankful for the messages. We're turning to the Oracle here, the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed, to see what is going on for all of my Sagittarians. I don't know, I'm feeling good about you. Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, we have a few cards coming out. So we have the Bone Collector reversed. We have the Balancing Act coming up reversed. And we have Rock Bottom. So let's see what that's all about. And then a sad embrace at the bottom of the deck. I don't know why I had to look at that. So I'm feeling as if, you know, you're at that point when we hit rock bottom, you know, the only direction we have to go is up. And it doesn't matter which way we look at this card, bottom is bottom. And I feel as if, you know, you are finally at that point where, you know, you have hit bottom. We have this sad embrace here. And the Bone Collector, this is the energy of being able to make things happen. And, you know, she comes up reverse. So I'm feeling like, you know, you haven't been able to make things happen. Things have been really, really hard. Nothing seems to be working. Things are unfair. So this is a very depressed energy. I think you need to go look at my reading because it'll cheer you up. But anyway, like this is really, really sad. So I feel like you've got to break out of this rut. You know, I feel like you're really stuck, you know, and if you get unstuck, because, you know, listen, you've hit bottom. Time to bounce, right? So let's see if we can get you Sagittarians bouncing in a good direction. So let's see what this is all about. So if you've been really wondering what to do, because I'm just sensing as if, you know, this defeated kind of energy, you know, get rid of that, you know. The power of positivity, Sagittarius. Good practice. Gratefulness, positivity. Get up in the morning and just be thankful that you hit the floor with 2 feet. Be grateful in the day that, you know, the sun is shining. Be grateful that you can make a cup of coffee. Be grateful, you know, for the fact that, you know, you have water you can wash your hands with. You know, just be grateful and just know that that energy alone will help you lift your spirits. All right, so intuitively, here we are again. So you're not feeling good about yourself. All right, here we have the Empress reversed and we have the High Priestess reversed. You know, so I feel like for some of you, you know, this is an energy of you really needing, you know, to embrace, you know, the positivity and really start to see yourself the way other people see you. Because I'm going to guess other people see you in a really great light and you're just not tapping into that. Now, I have a message for, and this is just for women, all right? When I see these two cards come up together, all right, and we have the High Priestess and the Empress, because the Empress is about motherhood, all right, and the High Priestess is our intuition. So I'm wondering whether or not some of you are worried about, you know, being pregnant, you know, or getting pregnant, or maybe there's something that you need to get checked out. I'm just feeling a lot of gynecological energy here. So Sagittarius, if you have not been, you know, to see the doctor, it might be time to go see the doctor, because I'm feeling like there's an energy around, you know, either not being able to get pregnant or, you know, maybe, you know, you're afraid to get pregnant, but there's some energy around this that really needs to be addressed. So I'm just going to put it out there to please go see your doctor if you've been wondering why you haven't been able to get pregnant, or, you know, if maybe your cycles have been off a little bit. Please, 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 please go get it checked out. All right. The next card I have is that of the Star. I don't think it's anything serious, all right, with that star coming out. You know, it's like we cannot be afraid you know, to go get something checked out for fear of what they might say. I feel like the news will be good, the news will be positive, and, you know, and there's a lot of hope. So if you've been somebody who's been wanting to get pregnant, I think going to the doctor might solve your answer, might solve your problem here, you know, because they might have some answers for you. Whatever it is, this star really kind of sends out a ray of hope in the direction that you need to go. And again, I was feeling this very depressed energy around you. And I feel like, you know, this is passing. It will pass, all right? But you've got to really kind of look up and start to see the positive and be grateful for what is around you. Because this star is a good promise that everything's going to turn out all right, Sag. And if you go look at that reading, I'm telling you, it was an amazing reading I did for Sagittarius. That'll give you more hope, all right? So chin up, cheer up, and everything is going to turn out just fine, all right? So that's what I got for you, Sagittarius. So let's move on now to all of my Capricorns. Grateful, thankful to you for being here. If you like the reading, please hit that like button right there. Boink. Yeah, YouTube really likes it when we hit those buttons. I like it when you hit those buttons. I think all the creators like it when you hit those buttons. So yeah, we can just make that a practice. It really makes a difference. All right, so Capricorn, what's going on for all my Cappies? Oh, quick message for you. One ring circus, but it comes upside down. So I feel like it's time to break a cycle. All right. So if you have been doing the same thing over and over again, you know, maybe, you know, rather than here's the weekend and, you know, there's all these different things that are going on in town, but you're not going to go. All right. You got to get out of this rut. You got to get out. This is about breaking cycles. All right. Get out of this energy of doing the same thing over and over again. You know, just even saying that makes me tired. You know, it's like, do something different. Do something that you've been talking about, wanting to do. You want to go shop, you know, whatever it is. You know, go do it. This is a great weekend to go do it. This is about breaking out of bad habits, old cycles, you know, and just trying to find this new freshness about your life. So yes, I'm really highly encouraging you to get out and do something you haven't done before. You know, whether alone or with someone, do it. You know, it's one of those things. Say you've always wanted to go ziplining, right? But you don't go. But in the town next to you, they're offering ziplining year round. But now you're not going ziplining, but you always wanted to go. Well, go ziplining. You might actually have a good time, right, Capricorn? Anyway, whatever it is, it's just really encouraging you to break old cycles, old habits, old patterns, and, you know, try something new, all right? And see where it takes you. You know, I'm a big fan of the new. I don't like it. I'm not one of these people that really likes change, you know, but, you know, whenever I do finally embrace that energy to break out and do something new, I'm always glad I did it, you know, so I'm going to encourage that for all of my Capricorns. Do that for everybody. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a Capricorn to break out of your shell, right? All right, let's see what's going on. And here we have the Hermit. Talk about, you know, coming out of yourself. So the Hermit, it's a very isolating type of energy. You know, we want to be alone, you know, but here we see that this, you know, this spirit here, this old hermit, he is actually holding a light and shining it down on that snake. And, you know, snakes are about transformation. So I feel like, you know, it's time. It's time for you to come out of your shell. It's time for you to really trust the changes that you want to make, that they're going to be for the best. You know, and I was just telling a friend of mine this yesterday. You know, we're so afraid to be our authentic selves. Yet when we are our authentic selves, that's when people like us the most. You know, so I feel as if you're changing, Capricorn. And for those of you who have been staying home, not really doing a lot of socializing, I feel like this is really encouraging you to kind of step out, you know, and take a chance on you and not be the responsible Capricorn with all the keys in her hand. You know, put the keys down and throw them away, do whatever, you know, but try to kind of step into a new version of you this weekend. You know, we have the Seven of Cups coming up reversed. You know, I think if some of you have been wondering, like, well, I don't know what to do and what, because, you know, this is about choices. I mean, we have choices, we could do all kinds of things. So it's about really changing that mindset, Capricorn, that, you know, oh, well, you know, it's always like this and it's always like this. You know, like you already know, right? You don't know. Capricorn, get out there and see that there's a lot of options out there for you. You know, you don't have to be alone. You don't have to mope at home, and you don't have to sit down and think, oh, there's nothing to do and it's the same thing, you know, and it's not. Life is to be lived, Capricorn. So get out there and live your life and break those cycles. And, you know, you may actually turn around and actually meet someone, because here we have a king over here waiting for you. So if you are single, get ready to mingle, because I feel like there could be somebody on the other side. You know, maybe there's somebody who, you know, you would love to kind of hang out with. And, you know, you figure, oh, I don't know whether they would take a chance, pick up the phone, call them. Hey, what are you doing this weekend? You want me for coffee? You know, that's something different, right? So I feel as if you step out of your comfort zone, you may be surprised at who you might meet. You may be surprised at how much you enjoy yourself. You know, this is an opportunity for you, Capricorn, to get a whole new lease on life. So embrace it and take it. You know, and like I said, for some of you, there may be somebody in the wings waiting for you, and will really love the person that you really are, authentically you. All right, so that's what I got for you, Capricorn. So let's move on to Aquarius. What's going on for my Aquarius? 45, 42. All right, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Grateful, thankful for the messages for all my Aquarius at this time. Aquarius, we have commitment. It was coming up all kinds of ways. So I think you're wondering about a commitment that you've made to a situation. And it could be to a person. You know, I feel like there's been a lot of stormy clouds between you and your person. And you question the commitment, because this is how the card was wanting to come out. It was like it couldn't figure out if it wanted to stay in this relationship or it wanted to leave this relationship. And interestingly enough, the bottom of the deck is Stormfields reversed. So yeah, there's been, I think you hit a rocky road in your relationship, and things haven't been as good as I think you wanted them to be, you know, and there's this question of like, I just don't know if we're ever going to push through this. The fact that it came up upside down tells me, yes, you'll probably push through this. What will be the final outcome as the result of pushing through all of this stormy energy is yet to be seen, but you will go through it, all right? So I think right now, and I had said it earlier, I don't feel like this is a weekend to make big decisions, you know? I think it's more of one to become very aware of the situations before we actually make any big decisions, because, you know, you just don't want to do anything you might regret later on, all right? So with that being said, look at the card that comes up. We've got the Four of Cups. So I do feel as if there has been some trouble in the love arena, you know, but I do see this cup wanting to return to you. So I feel like if you are up for it and they are up for it, an energy of reconciliation and a good heart-to-heart may just happen this weekend. All right, so, but let's see what else the tarot has to say to all of my Aquarians in regards to all of this. So the first card out is the Four of Wands reversed, all right? So again, we are looking at a situation that you wonder whether or not we're going to be able to walk through this door. You know, and when, you know, this comes up reversed, you know, this is, you know, not really being happy. Maybe, you know, you've been asked to get married. You're not sure whether or not you really want to get married because of what we just went through. You know, like I said, I feel like this is a weekend where you should really kind of become very aware of what really is going on and what caused all this trouble. The next card we have is that of the Sun. You know, so I feel like this is why it's really important not to just kind of to have a cut or dry, if it's this way or no way, you know, and it's just like, I don't want this anymore and we're going to throw it out. It's like, don't throw the bathwater out with the baby, all right, Aquarius? Because I feel as if there is, you know, this real need to really kind of circle around this Sun, you know, and say, what is it that's keeping us from being happy. So a lot of evaluating when it comes to how to resolve the stormy energy that you've been feeling, but there is a positive outcome in the end. All right, so I'm feeling like you're going to be seen, heard, and I feel like they're also going to be seen and heard. So yeah, don't make any big decisions yet, all right? Just because you're feeling big decisions wanting to come out. Just kind of hold them back and just become more aware of these feelings and why you are feeling one way or another towards this situation. All right, Aquarius? All right, moving on. Last but not least, I've got my Pisces. Where are we? 49. 49. All right, you ready, Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, my Pisces. Pisces, what does the Oracle have to say to all my Pisces? Grateful, thankful to each and every one of you at this time. Pisces, what's going on, Pisces? You know what I'm getting? Indecision. What's that about? I was like, what? I was just picking up a little bit of indecision. Oh, there's your card. What do we have? Protecting treasure. And it came up reversed. All right. And then there's this indecision energy that I was feeling. What do we got on the bottom? Then we have sparks reversed. All right. So let's look at this. Protecting treasure. So some of you may be, when we see treasure, it's not just money. You may be being overprotective of a situation. Maybe you're being overprotective of your kids. Maybe you're being overprotective over something that really means a lot to you and you don't want anybody to take it from you. So I'm just feeling as if, you might want to lighten the reins a little bit, because, to overprotect, will enable somebody, and we don't want to be the enabler. It's just like sometimes, whether it's hard to see or to really kind of experience, people have to learn their lessons on their own, and we can't keep coming in, because I'm feeling this need that you want to come in and save someone. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna save them from what? From failing their class. I'm gonna save them from not being able to pay their rent. And I feel as if maybe going overboard in trying to help might actually be doing more damage. All right, so I just, you've got to be real careful. And again, I'm going to turn to this conversation I had with my friend yesterday, where, I was telling her, I said, if we are overly compassionate, that's as bad as being not compassionate. We have to find the middle ground. When are we doing more harm than good? And I think that's where you're at, Pisces. You really got to stop and say, am I really helping them if I bail them out of this situation? Is that really the answer? Or should I let them just kind of struggle through with this and, let them kind of learn this lesson and dig themselves out of this hole that they find themselves in? So I am feeling like, you've got to really kind of look at it from that perspective, like, how can you really help? Is, just kind of overcompensating and helping them, all the way through, is that really the best course of action? So yeah, just a big question I'm going to throw out there for you, Pisces. What is it? Now, Four of Wands wanted to come out. I'm going to let that stay. So yeah, I feel like, you're being really protective of your family. You love them. I get it. But at the same time, I'll just tell you like what happened to me. I mean, my father, he kicked me out. I had $10 to my name, nowhere to go. He said I could have the station wagon, which of course had no gas in it. And back then, it was a tank. It maybe got 5 miles to the gallon. But he would not let me back in. He told me I was welcome to come have dinner, and that was it. And I didn't want to have dinner because I was really mad at him, because what do you mean you're not going to help me? So I remember sleeping in my car until I made enough money that week to get a hotel room. And then I stayed in the hotel room until I made enough money that I could get a house. So it actually helped me. even though I was really mad at him and I didn't like what he was doing. You know, at the time, I thought, man, I'm never going to talk to my dad again. I'm never going to talk. I can't believe he kicked me out. I can't believe he shut the door, you know, but he didn't. He told me I could come to dinner. I chose not to go to dinner. But eventually, you know, it all worked out, and, you know, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. So I feel like this is your message, Pisces, is to, you know, if you, it's like tough love. You know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do for the best and the greatest and highest good for that person. So anyway, I feel like that is your message, a true channeled message to you, Pisces. Let me see if there's anything else wants to come through for you. The Hierophant. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, this is, you know, a greater calling, you know, and when we have the Hierophant come out, this is like, you know, this is the institution of family is what I want to say, not just marriage. I feel like, you know, this is a responsibility that you don't take lightly, you know, but it's also not an easy job, you know, to kind of know what to do in a family situation, especially since there's no rule books. You know, like there's nothing that says, oh, guide, you know, Pisces 101. You know, if this happens in your family, do this. There's no guidebook like that. We have to learn. So I feel as if, you know, everything you are doing is for your family and it is for the good. But at the same time, we have to know when we enable and when we're actually helping. All right, so listen, that's what I got for you guys. Take what works, leave what doesn't. It is what it is. I'm really grateful to each and every one of you for popping in and being a part of my channel. And if you like the messages, just hit that like button right there. Blink right there. Yeah, thanks. All right, you guys, I will see you all at another reading. Stay tuned. I'm doing my shorts in the mornings. I'm throwing out my weekly reads. So yeah, just pop in and out. I'm happy to see you at any time. All right, you guys, until next time.